just me.
Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch nigga test me. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch nigga test me. It was all good until they stole my wave. Why you wanna threaten to leave but wanna stay? Ay. LV in the wardrobe, baby, I feel like a checkerboard. Trophies on the mantle, baby, spinning on they block those scores. What do you see when you look through these Cardi frames? What do you see? Nigga, my name ring bells, have you lost your brain? Ay. Shit feel better than the fucking freedom bills. Freedom bills, but the bars, we got it for sale. I had to pipe shit up, this bitch was gone. I had to put on the alarm, cause this niggas back door. I had to pipe shit up, cause this bitch was gone. I keep it effing with the green tips, but it's true to say, hey. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch nigga test me. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch nigga test me. Hey, fuck shit up, but I'm already knowing. I had to put on the alarm, cause these niggas back door. They want me fuck shit up, but I'm already knowing. I had to put on the alarm, cause these niggas back door.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
If you're conscious and awakened, you heard about Silent or TV. If you're conscious, why you're hating? Some of us think too small, just too afraid to fall. If you're conscious and awakened, you know that the studio gets deep. Black news and history in the making. Let's get up from the fall, wise up and take it all.
Rock squad up, Magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Clan kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic. Quote the nice lyrics like Mama move mean overnight. Golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. The queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of the poor imported foreign threads they ain't got at the store. Nubian Kush and black top pottery jars. 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rappers try to spit ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, bust the shots at the floor. Cats with just up their style when they ain't got it no more. Cause they gotta keep their product in stores to feed their kids. See what that weed did? The yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smell of the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite, I say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary. Picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible gains. Charles Xavier, get in your brain. Mental anguish or manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out.
God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer.
That's who it is.
The God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's Bobby Banger in this bitch. What's good, family, man? Look, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Look, we enjoying ourselves, man. Y'all see the title, man. Ignorance, illiteracy, and religion. Enemies to science and the black community. Bobby Banger Pseudo-Sanchez. We at that moment. We at that fork in the road. We either gonna go left or right. If you go right, you're gonna run into Bobby Banger, aka God Killer. Brother If you go left, turn back from your crazy ways, then you good. But I don't think they want to run. So let me calm them down. Because there's a lot of ignorance in the community. The ignorance is so high that they don't even use a dictionary to look up the word ignorance. And illiteracy or being illiterate on something. We're going to clear all that up today. Yeah, we're going to clear all that up. Think it's time. See, you throw a little something out there to see who really studying and who not. Now, we know what the conversation's been. You know, we talk about evolution, scientific literacy, geo-odyssey. We do these things. Sanchez, and damn right I got your name in my damn mouth, because that's just what it is. Change your name. He teaching flat earth, 1,000% pseudoisms, and sneaking in Christianity on people. He's a Bible thumper. He's doing all these things. He playing. So we know what this conversation is. Evolution, flat earth. These are the subject matters. So we not talking about individuals. We talking about the subject matter. Man, who they got in these chats, man? Look, like up the show, man.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
Ha ha ha.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, man, we got 71,000 in the building, man. I see Gideon Block, what's good? Joel Armstrong, what it do? What's up, Thurman? Miss Tiffany's in the building. New Black World Order, what's good? What it do? See you, Kyle. What's up with you, man? Late Show 42, man. Man, big up the Late Show 42. Like and subscribe over there, man. Anthony Bowman, Pseudo Killer Official, Pseudo-science Prevention Hotline. Man, creativity. Simply Difficult, what's good with you? Sonny Be Coy. Infinite Goddess, 444. Man, Marcus, what's good with you? Sharp. Bennett, what's good with you? Deluxe, 247. Omar Reed, No Limit Fishing. I thought I told you. What's good, man? Chad, I see you, man. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Hey, look, man. Community of skeptics. That's where we at. All day, every day, man. We want to get right into the lesson, man. I hope y'all not afraid to jump on the panel. It's all good, yo. We're going to keep everything on the clock. We got 82,000, man. Tick-tock. We got the pseudos on the clock. Now, make sure I tune it down. I don't want them running. This is the space where I turn up a notch and then they run. At no point do I want to be disrespectful. I want to make sure that we able to deal with the conversation. It's an intellectual gunfight. And when you call each other names, personal attacks, you have jumped out of the line of the intellectual gunfight. Y'all know what the gun is, man. Man, y'all know Bobby Banger, man. Banging with these damn books. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. It's an intellectual gunfight. And when you call a person a crackhead or this, that, and the other, in the middle of an intellectual gunfight, that means you done ran out of intellectual bullets already? We ain't did nothing but 2 videos already. I'm a crackhead. You should have just said that first. We could have cleared that up. Nigga, I ain't never smoked crack. Man, now I done smoked cocaine cooked up out of keys, and everybody know that about me. Don't make me bring some verification, because I ain't glorifying that. My ass should have been dead or OD'd or something. That's just how we got down. See, I come from the generation, man, with sniffing dope, right? And sniffing and smoking cocaine. Man, that's what niggas did that got money. What you want me to say? Like Richard Pryor, right? He burnt himself up. He was freebasing. Hollywood, getting high, crazy. That's all in the game, right? I'm saying I was the last generation. After my generation, yo, then they had the commercials, just say no to drugs. We didn't have that. That's not how I grew up in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, excuse me, but I ain't never been a crackhead. Nah, I done been homeless. I done been that. I done been a few other things. I done been a wild dude, right? I've been getting money, right? So just don't mischaracterize. I done been in the mini rehabs. I done been in federal rehabs. It's all out there. Okay? Not ashamed of it. No need, it was my life. Of course, if I could do it a different way, I absolutely would. And that's why I teach. Okay? I teach so that some young sister or brother don't go through what I had to go through. Right. But yeah, don't lie. Keep it right. I don't mind you talking about my drug addiction, because I say no to drugs. I don't have a problem with that. If that's how you feel, that you can motivate yourself before you get this work, I'm not mad at that. But don't make stuff up. Don't do that. Don't do it. So if you say, yeah, brother Unc was getting high, he was homeless, that's not, you ain't, I'm good, I'm cool, because it's the truth. Not gonna lie on you, brother Sanchez, right? You know, you've been very, very, respectful over the years, bro. So I wouldn't lie on you. But I'm starting to understand what's going on now. That damn heat got turned up a little bit. Heat got turned up. You done ran out. You thought it was gonna be easy. You ain't checked the record. Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Y'all determine whether I, threw my gun or not. Nah, I use the word ignorant and illiterate. We're gonna look up these words like we're in the middle of an intellectual gunfight, right? Right? Stay the subject. The word ignorant, illiteracy, literate, right? It's all in the game. All you gotta do is use a dictionary, but some of y'all too ignorant to use a dictionary. See, if you use a dictionary, you'll know there's different ways to use that. Yeah, right. Let me get right into the clips, man. Bobby clips, man. Let me get right into the clips. All right, let's see. Let's see if he threw. Let's see. Disrespect. Paragon. I like to shout out the person that adds to Bobby clips. All right. Let me see what we got going here. Let me get this screen right. We get right into it, man. We got 95,000 in the building, man. Yo called me a crackhead. I meant to pull up my record. I would just show y'all my record. Because that's next. If I take that tool away from you, you're done. The record, we're going to see the character. Do we really want to talk about character? Yeah, you threaten me, I threaten you. Do we really want to talk about character? We'll look up the word now. Let's get to this first clip, man. Bobby clips, man. Here you go. Paragon, here you go. That's who sent that clip. Let's go. See what we saying here. Let's see.
Tell you about this clown ass nigga Unc who need to keep my name out of his mouth. Now I told Garfield to set up the debate because if I'm gonna be debating crackheads and shit, I gotta get paid for it, nigga. I will not be online debating no crackheads and ex-criminals for free. It's making my brand look bad. That man talking about illiteracy is the #1 cause of goddamn crime when he got a criminal history and I don't. So according to his own logic, he's illiterate and I'm not. I served this country. He took from it and was a criminal and a fucking menace to society. I served society. And one of the most prestigious branches of all of them, the Air Force, nigga. How dare you come talking about I'm illiterate and all that shit, nigga. And by your own logic, you said, tell you about this.
Do I want to get mad? Nah, I don't want to get mad. I do want to look up another word, though. Let me see. I would do this. I definitely go do this. Let's see. I definitely want to look up a word. Let's see. I want to see here. Y'all heard what he said, right? Y'all heard exactly what he said. He said that he was in the Air Force. He said that. I didn't say that. I'm not the guy that run around and talk about how the white people do this and the white people do that. Okay, let me see. I want to pull up this word because I'm going to figure out what's really going on here. This might mess up the whole debate. I will do it early. I want to get out the way early. Let me get it out the way early. Okay. All right. So let me stop this. Let me say this and bring my tone down because people start getting scared, think I want to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm an intellectual gunfighter. Let me bring it down. And so how is it that these gentlemen and sisters always talk about the white man's system and the white man that. That's the same thing Sarah Stupicetti said. Sarah Stupicetti said, well, I ain't never been arrested in my life. But he always talking about bang on a cracker or do something crazy like that. He the one always talking about bang on the beast and all that. Nonsense. You know, Pseudo-Sanchez the same way, always talking about how the European lied to us and how they corrupt and all that. But you in the Air Force and to your own admission, it's like one of the highest levels. Let me tell you something. I took the ASVAB too, bro. So for you to pass that test, that ASVAB, right, and actually be in the Air Force, either you're ignorant or you're a scammer. Now, you can take your choice. We can look up the words. Let's look up. See, we're going to use the dictionary on you today, right? Now, I'm not calling you a scammer, but if you're in the Air Force that requires you to be around airplanes that fly and use guiding systems based off of the daggone model of the earth not being flat, then you either ignorant and you just stood in the Air Force like this and watched them planes fly over you and worked on them planes and worked on those guiding systems and the whole time didn't believe what you was doing. Is that what we supposed to say? Think that? Are we thinking that? I'm just trying to figure it out. You in the Air Force. That's definitely one of the highest levels. Intellect, bro. Air Force, planes, flying, guiding systems, GPS, all of that. The planes. Are you telling me the whole time you was in there thinking that the earth was flat? Is that what they taught you? Was that on that test? Hell no. So then why would you come out of there and teach us that? Why don't you give us what they gave you, bro? Them 1,000 listeners you be having, 2,000 listeners. Why you ain't talking about the education you got in the Air Force, bro? Because none of that stuff you talk about, they talked about in the Air Force, bro. None of that fair. That's something new you doing. Is it the weed you smoking that's got you out there? I'm just trying to figure it out. Now remember, you called me a crackhead, right? So don't take offense to it. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Am I loud? I don't want to be loud. I just want to make some things clear here. Navy, Air Force, Marine, Army. Air Force is definitely, your score's got to be there to get in the Air Force, right? Okay? And for you to be in the Air Force and get that high level government, and see, I ain't calling you a daggone spy or agent. Because just because you was in the Air Force, like you said, and you glorified, you said it was admirable of you. You absolutely said that. So you felt like it was admirable. You felt like you fought for your country. You stood up. I feel the same way. I was in the Marine Corps. I was in communications. I feel the same way, bro. So I'm just trying to figure out, at no point on the ASVAB was they talking about the flat earth. Either you playing, either you scamming, or you ignorant. I think, I don't want to say it, you're going to run from the debate. I just think you're ignorant. But how? You passed the ASVAB though. How? Man, they playing with us on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, they absolutely playing with us on YouTube, man. They not being funny, man. Yeah, they not playing fair, man. Yeah, they not doing that, yo. We not doing that, bro. Like, why do they keep doing the black community like this? I don't know why. So let's just do what we do. Okay, so you heard I'm the crackhead guy. Bet. All right, whatever. I ain't even mad at you. All right, but I don't even know what crack look like. All right, let me see. All right, let's come to the next one. Okay, ignorance, right? I'm gonna play the clip of me. I'm just trying to figure it out, right? And let me see why I called him and he got mad. Hold on. So he got mad at me calling him ignorant, and we're gonna look it up and let's see if he's ignorant or not. Right? And by the way, he said based off of his logic that I would be the if 80% of the people, he don't even understand if 80% or 70% of people right? Or 80% of the babies, man, that's in those programs, those juvenile detention programs, if 80% of them are illiterate, then brother Sanchez, there's a 20% that's not, bro. So, bro, I fell in the 20% that wasn't illiterate, bro. Somebody tell us, man, it's called math. That you can have 80% people in the, it didn't say 100%, it said 80%. So how are you saying by my logic, I must have been the ignorant one he wasn't? You don't even understand. You know what? Let me stop. He's gonna not want to debate. You should want to get debate. You should want to get beat up and get paid for it. Mr. Sanchez, ain't nothing wrong with getting beat up. Get paid for it. Am I going too hard? I don't want to mess up the conversation. I want to be able to get in that ring. I want to be able to show his audience that he's never having a high level conversation. We just talking, we just having fun right now, Mr. Sanchez. We're gonna set that up. Got your email. Let me hit you on your email. See if you respond. Like I said, you've never been disrespectful. That's the first time I heard you say something flake. That was a flag when I seen the flag flew over. It was a flag on the field. Called me a crackhead. I say, dang, he done ran out of information already? Yeah, because y'all know the rule, man. In the middle of an intellectual gunfight, when you start name calling and all that, personal attacks, that means you ran out of intellectual bullets. It's like when you're in the middle of a gunfight, you shoot pow, 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 something go click, 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 and you throw it, that means you ran out of bullets. So I know you ran out of bullets. I know you had, because you didn't call me, you done went to the crack. Woo-wee. Yeah, we on fire tonight, man. Shout out to everybody. 137,000 in the building, man. Yep. Okay, so let's play this little clip because we clipping right along. Bobby clips, we clipping right along. Clip, clip, clip. Yep, that's what we doing. And we're having fun at the highest levels. And we're actually having a high level conversation. Okay, so we there. Ignorant, let's see. All right, let's see. Maybe I went hard on him. Let's see if I actually went hard. That's when I called him ignorant or illiterate. And then we're gonna do some dictionaries, right? Because it's essential to use dictionaries. People don't use dictionaries. Let's see. Considered a human computer, by the way. Getting money in the 50s, by the way. Up for awards, congressional medals, all that type of thing. And yet we talk great. So you tell me where we at. You tell me they're not promoting anti-literacy. You tell me now that they ain't doing all that. If you in the chat right now, I ain't looking in the chat, and you saying, yo, he tripping, yo, you're illiterate. And I'm saying it, and you take it like you want to take it. Because you can't do nothing about it. You can't produce a source that would say that that wasn't an IBM. How you going to talk about an IBM? Look, watch.
That's black women. I don't believe them lying hoes. Sweat, bro. If you think that these black women helped the white man go to the moon, but they couldn't help the black man go to the top of the generational wealth gap, use a goddamn fool.
Let me go back. Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, so yeah, said he was illiterate, right? What did I mean? Look at the context of the statement. Look at what I was talking about. I'm talking about the IBM. He was acting like it wasn't even a computer and they couldn't have went to the moon because they had landlines at the time. That simply means you're illiterate on the subject, bro. Never was I talking about you. Obviously, you have a level of literacy that allows you to go on YouTube and hook up your monetization and do all that and put together your program you got, bro. Right? Man, stop taking it like, stop, not that. Look up the daggone word first, man. This is what we do on this side, on the A side. We look up words and definitions and we look at context. My whole conversation was about you talking reckless about some human computers. That clip was based off of the fact that you didn't even know that was a daggone computer. They can get anybody to stand in front of that. There wasn't anybody standing in front of that. No, them women actually checked the computers. Y'all think I'm making it up? Let me source them up. In your chat, they think source them up mean sorcery them up. Sources is sorcery. and they not ignorant. A whole man, look. Come on, man. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Mary. We got Mary. Let me see. Okay, here you go. All right. Let me show y'all this while we moving along. Because I'm going to stay on these sisters, man. Shout out to Dr. Oyamayat, man. Shout out to Dr. Oyamayat and her students, man. In an electrical engineering class. Powerful black babies. Young adults. Yeah, they young adults. Getting it at the highest level. Shout out to them. See what I'm saying? So I've been in this thing for about 15 years, and now y'all starting to see the program. None of them can do that. See, everybody, how about they got students? They ain't got no students. Because if your students can't take that and make a life for themselves and make a strong community and make themselves a force in their community, you ain't teaching them nothing. You playing. Everybody, how about they got students? No, Dr. Mayat got students because they can take their education, that formal education, that high-level education, and they can change the world with it. Half y'all got students, they can't change the world. All they can do is hopefully they can get a YouTube following and monetize it. I said it because they can't do nothing about it. So right here, Langley Research Center, Katherine Johnson, right here. Now, I talked about her actually verifying the computer. In 1961, she analyzed the flight trajectory from Alan Shepard's Freedom 7 mission, the first human space lift completed by the United States. Yeah, she's right there at the level. She is the level. She's the standard. It says the next year, Johnson also, verified an electronic computers calculations for the Friendship 7 mission. She's verifying computers. She's checking the computers to make sure they right. What are we talking about here, man? We sourcing it all up. These great black women right here, man. Look at these great black women. You probably think they ain't even a computer, man. Look at that, man, look at that, man, Christine Dark. Look at that. Man, that's what they doing, yo. Okay, look. Here's the picture right here. The picture in question, the crystal clear IBM, the computer, right? All these women are considered human computers. And so let's make this point clear, okay? Let's make this very, very understandable. His statement was they was hoes. Like they was tricking us something. Or they was tricking us with the crazy information. How could they send the white man to the moon, but not get the black man out of the hood? And he said it and he was dead serious. Let's say this. Last time I checked, the fastest way to get out of the hood is to have some daggone money. Have enough money, you can change your area code, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not understanding what he's saying. So these women are actually living examples. They was living examples. They was working at NASA with the computers, setting up the computers, checking the computers. They at the left, they getting money. They ain't living in the hood. Their black husbands, which is a black man, benefited off them working there, and I guarantee they wasn't living in the hood. So, ladies and gentlemen, right, this crowd ain't slow because they know we on starting at the university. It's starting at university. And all the shows moving from When You See Me start cracking in here, yo, we going to make sure it's sourced up. We're going to make sure it's right. I'm saying if they making money, then they can afford to move out of the hood. So they was actually getting black people out the hood by raising their educational level and inspiring them to work at NASA, which would put them at a hell of a range back then in the 50s, ladies and gentlemen. So ain't none of them living in the hood, and nobody that's inspiring to be like them are gonna be in the hood. How they miss that? Somebody better get him. So get him. It's getting ugly already, and we ain't even threw one line out for the debate. It's kind of ugly, Sanchez. Maybe I should slow down, huh? I probably should slow down. Hold on 1 second. Let me pause this. Yeah, boy, I had to calm that down a little bit. That was smoking right there. Let y'all ponder that. Yeah, I had to, like, come on, man. It's horrible. Man, whatever, man. I don't got nobody phone number. Knock it off. Okay, where we at? Okay, she couldn't get the ladies. They could get white people to the moon, but they couldn't get the black man out the hood. But in actuality, working those high-paying jobs like that, working with computers and all that, working in that SR, you will give you enough money to move out the hood. Somebody call that man up and tell that man. Let me see. Next clip. Here we go. So, okay, we talked about I ain't really disrespect him. He thought I did. Okay. All right, let's come right here to the... Now watch this. Remember, this is the key buzzword right here. Whenever they say the government science and all that, yo, you know that's a problem. But wait a minute, in the Air Force, don't they teach you government science? That is the government, you know. The door open, D nice. Come on, dog. All right, we right here in the game. So let me put this clip right here. All right, we coming to the clip. I mean, the thing. Oh, almost. All right, here we go. First of all, the show called Atum. Hey, man, somebody tell Sanchez that Atum and Adam ain't got nothing to do with each other, yo. Somebody tell that man that before he come up in that debate. I'm trying to help him out. I don't want to beat you, I don't want to be a route. All right, here you go.
We having another exodus, but only this time we leaving the outer worlds and we going back home. Now, home is where the heart is, like I told you. So if you got your heart attached to government, science, and all that, they building your next metaverse or quantum computer. You going to the Pharaoh's universe. The rest of us returning back to the true north or Eden.
So if you deal with the government, if your heart is in science, you're going to the Pharaoh's universe. Man. Half his crowd probably didn't even know what he said. Because half his crowd like Egyptomania and they want to go where the Pharaoh go. He trying to get him to go with the Bible. Let's see again. Let's see. Watch this. It's a Christian, y'all. Here you go.
This time we leaving the outer worlds and we going back home. Now, home is where the heart is, like I told you. So if you got your heart attached to government, science, and all that, they building your next metaverse or quantum computer. You going to the Pharaoh's universe. The rest of us returning back to the true north or Eden.
Eden. He trying to go back to the Bible. He's a Bible thumper, y'all. He ain't spitting no high level. Why is it that people that claim to spit the high level, they all gotta use the Bible, ladies and gentlemen? They're enshrined in Middle Eastern culture. They're in Middle Eastern culture to death, you. The Sumerian doctrine, Enlil, Enki, the whole 9 yards. That's what they do.
So with every exodus, even a war that broke out in heaven, you had some people follow the devil, some people return.
War ain't a war break out in heaven in the Bible. That's in the Quran. So now he give you Quranic doctrine. The war broke out in heaven. He really believe. So he's really twisting the Quran and the Bible in front of your face, ladies and gentlemen. Which one is it? Is it the high level conversation or messing up religion conversation? He can't even get religion straight. He didn't mix the Quran and the Bible. See, I know. I understand it. I read them. The war is mentioned in the quote-unquote Quran, where they talk about the angels and all that, and they fought the war in heaven and the whole, and the devil didn't want to listen, and he wouldn't bow down. Wouldn't bow down to Adam.
Remain with the Most High. It's the same story.
Most High, Elyon, El. The Most High, El Elyon. That's a Bible, Torah understanding. He doing all the, I told you, yo, that's what they do. He's a new age guy. He's mixing and matching everything. I got him, coach. Put me in the game. He's all figured out. I got his whole playbook. He's in trouble.
Story even with Noah's Ark. But let's play the video though.
Now, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay? Stop right there. And we're gonna look up some words. We got 141,000 in the building. Now let's look up some words, yo. Let's look up some terminology, man. Okay? Because y'all know ignorance is bliss. Oh, man, ignorance is bliss. Okay. Ignorant. Let's look it up. Let's go to Cambridge Dictionary. You're going to use the Cambridge Dictionary. We're going to look up ignorant. See if I used it wrong or not. Ignorant. Let's make sure right word.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. Watch this. Not having enough knowledge, understanding, or information about something. Many teenagers are what? Surprisingly ignorant about current politics. I'm going to say this again. Many teenagers are surprisingly ignorant about current politics. Pseudo-Sanchez is surprisingly ignorant about the size and shape of the earth. That fits him perfectly. That's not a shot. That's in the dictionary, and I absolutely used it right. What kind of games are we playing here? Man. Ignorant. Ignorance. Ignorance can mean lack of knowledge and understanding. Deliberate ignorance is a culturally induced phenomenon. Man, that's the conscious community. They're culturally induced phenomenon. They're deliberate ignorance. Watch this. The study of which is called, what's this? Let me hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to get it right. I won't get it right. I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to say it right.
Anatology.
It's anatology. Ontology. I say ontology. They say anatology. I say ontology. Right. There you go. Consequences. Now, what is the consequences of following the conscious community through the nonsense? Ignorance can have a negative effect on individuals and societies, ladies and gentlemen. We can see this happening right in front of our face, but can also benefit them by creating within them the desire to know more. See, this is what science does. So you can be ignorant, but it can actually push you to have a desire. I'm saying, so is Pseudo-Sanchez in this crowd going to develop that? Will it benefit them? Will they get a desire to know more? For example, ignorance within science opens the opportunity to seek knowledge and make discoveries by asking new questions. Though this can only take place if the individual possesses what? A curious mind. So that's hope. And we know it's hope because we've all been through that situation. So we ain't tripping. We just saying we're actually using these words right. That's what we're really saying. We're saying, knock it off, bro. We're actually using the words right, and you should not take offense to it. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Destitute of knowledge and education. Ignorant. Also, watch this, lacking knowledge or comprehension of the thing specified. What's the thing? Is the earth flat? That's the thing. He's ignorant to understanding the size and shape and location, geodesy. He's ignorant to that. It's not a shot. That's the truth. Look, resulting from or showing lack of knowledge or intelligence. On the subject matter, let's come here because we defining it, right? Illiterate. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing you, look, we got to show, there's a star there. So in all definitions, there's different. Look, you got 3 different definitions here under one word. Based off the conversation, you'll know what word I was using. Okay? Now, a person not knowing how to read or write, was I talking about that? Nope. I wasn't saying that man didn't know how to read or write. Never said that, right? Somebody know why I just laughed. Number 2, badly written, as if by somebody without much education. Nope, wasn't talking about that. We ain't talking about writing nothing. Wasn't talking about whether you can read or write. Wasn't talking about writing nothing. Let's see if this fits it, ladies and gentlemen. Not knowing very much about a particular subject area. Could we have been talking about that when we said that? Absolutely. Man, he doesn't know about evolution, right? He's illiterate. when it comes to evolution. He doesn't know about geodesy. He's illiterate when it comes to the size and shape of the earth. Why am I saying he's illiterate? Because he teaches in the face of empirical data, in the face of empirical measurement, in the face of scientific scientific exploration on said subject, he continues to say it's flat. So if he's saying that, he is illiterate, meaning he does not understand the subject. He does not understand the literature. This has nothing to do with him going into the Air Force. This has nothing to do with him being able to pass a test. Let me stop. Let's go mess up the debate. Listen, man. Y'all got to knock it off. Somebody over there get that man and say, man, brother, Uncle was just saying you was illiterate and you was ignorant to the subject that y'all having this conversation about. That's it. Look, man, don't try to run. Don't do it. I've seen them do it. They get to this point and they all turn back. They get scared and they hide. I don't think you're a hider. But we ain't going to start talking about, yeah, you can do, yeah, whatever. Don't do it. Because that ain't going to make me run. That's going to make me want to get you even more. We set that up. That's what we're going to do. We make sure we set that up. Yeah, we make sure we both get paid. Because you done, son. You already done. That's just for the record. For everybody to think, oh, I'm not messing with him. He's actually running around telling people that the earth is flat while being affected by gravity every damn day, telling ain't no gravity. He's running around here, illiterate. Clearly, in the Air Force. He just stood there in the Air Force like this. Watching the planes go by. Come on, man. When did he come to that conclusion? After he got out the Air Force? Yeah, I'm thinking he came to that conclusion after he got out of the Air Force and listened to some ignorant European. Let me play this last clip, man. Then let me put this out here. Invite anybody coming if y'all want to come in, man. All right. Y'all come on in, man. Have some fun, man. We ain't gonna throw no disrespect to the brother, yo. Right? But he's illiterate on these subjects we talking about. Okay? Absolutely. And he's ignorant when it comes to science. All day, every day. Now, and I ain't gotta take that back. We've defined it, we said it. Now, deal with it. Okay? Because there's things you would not say if you were scientifically literate. There's some things you just would not say. All right? We can do that. And he religious on top of all that. On top of all that, he religious. And he listens to wild white people. Watch this. This is wild. This is my point. Pseudo people have pseudo teachers. The pseudo is taught by another pseudo. This is amazing right here. I never understand how black people or certain black people claiming to fight for the rights and lives and intelligence of black people and how crazy the white man science is and how crazy white people is, but then your teacher is a crazy pseudo white boy. Crazy to me. Let's see. Let's see where he gets his pseudo teaching from. Let's see what he's feeding his audience. Let's see. Yeah. Hope I ain't go too far and chase him out of there because, you know, they be running at this point. They start running. Man, boy. Yeah, they be running. Let me, man, present. Got you. All right. Let's see.
You know, because I've really done a lot of damn talking.
Oh, wow.
It's a whirlpool of energy. It's toroidal in structure. But see, we're told, mainstream science tells us that our electromagnetic field simply just comes out of the North Pole.
Now, hold on now. Now, Sanchez is actually playing this. Hold on, let me get here. He's playing this clip. All right? They playing it from Killer Priest show. Now, Killer Priest can actually play this guy because Killer Priest I mean, he has a European or, that actually hosts the show with him. So you never hear him say stuff like that, right? So we ain't tripping. We wouldn't trip off that, right? That makes sense. That's what he doing, right? He has a platform where he allows all people to go ahead and speak it. Have it go, right? All right. But Sanchez on the other end, he pushed that black algae half to death, and yet he shows us that in actuality, he's not. All right, here we go.
Comes out of the North Pole and into the South Pole in straight lines, but that's not true, you guys. The true structure of the electromagnetic field, it spirals out of the top and spirals out of the bottom. Basically, this was Nikola Tesla's greatest discovery, was the counter-rotating fields of magnetism. That not only does your electromagnetic field curve, but it curls.
Did that man just point to a tattoo in his head? Is Pseudo-Sanchez showing that to his audience where the man point to his head and talk about Tesla? Does that man face full of... Is we serious right now, yo? Somebody better get this man.
Hey.
That's the hard book. So this right here is your electromagnetic field. At the very top, you see that it swirls out, and at the very bottom, it swirls out. So what you see is this formation. This is found...
That flat earth right there. That's that flat earth right there on that book. Boy, he just put together a comic book, scratching book, pull it up, put anything on the book. And he teach it. And guess who he teaching? Pseudo-Sanchez. So pseudo-teachers have pseudo-teachers.
All in nature. We know that this shape is what creates the crown chakra in India.
That's the chakra, the crown chakra. See, he doing all the chakras. That's called New Age. He's kicking the New Age science, ladies and gentlemen. That's supposed to replace real science. That's what he kicking. See what I'm saying? This man probably got 1 million followers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're reduced to, where black people bring discredited white people as they talk crazy about white people, but yet they bring discredited white people and then look at me and say, I'm crazy for bringing credited nationalities to the table. I don't understand this. Somebody help me out. Somebody explain this to me. Make it make sense.
It's called the Sahasrara crown chakra. Why is it your crown chakra? Because it's the aura that is produced once you become one with the earth. So what I'm saying is, the point of meditation is to become one with nature. The earth has a north and south pole. You also have a north and south pole. So when you ground yourself or you connect with...
How you gonna have a north and south pole and a flat earth? With the flat earth map behind them. So now we figured out who your master teacher is. We picking them apart, ladies and gentlemen. We picking them apart. Houston, we have a problem.
With Earth, you're sharing that north and south pole. Now your north pole becomes the Earth's north pole. It's like stacking magnets on top of each other. They become one magnet. One more thing I want to say is this here. I have 3 magnets. This is one.
Stacking magnets on top of each other, they become one magnet. That's what he's explaining, is what I'm telling y'all about this Babel Tower. Right? Here it is right here. Stacking these ring magnets.
He run past all the scientific supplies and all that, and go right to something crazy. Google ship at an all-time high. Google foolery, ladies and gentlemen.
This is your chakra. Let's pull this up again.
All right, man. Enough of this. Yeah, I'm unable to continue. I'm unable to continue. Enough of that. That's what that is, man. Look. I'm just trying to listen, man. Ray Black says deep. Stop playing, yo. Yeah, yo, hey man, look, this is what we dealing with, man. We use words, we use dictionaries, man. People think you trying to slight them. I get called out my name, all that, man. Come on, man. Now, look, I'm gonna drop the link again. Let me see how much time, where we at. Man, don't nobody want to jump on, okay. There you go. All right, we off that, okay? Just for the record here, watch yourself. Know who you playing with. Relax. We having fun. We having an intellectual gunfight. And our bullets is books and knowledge and wisdom and how we present it with the flavor and the flair. We make sure that matchup gonna happen, bro. Yeah, you stay away from calling names, and I'm gonna stay away from calling names, but you is ignorant though. And you are illiterate when it comes to science and the size and shape of the earth and how life on earth transform, diversified. You're very ignorant to that. And if you think that's calling you a name, then you're ignorant. You don't know what it means. That's why I gave you definitions so you will know. Y'all know what it is, man. What's good, man? How y'all feeling, man? Any questions, man? You feel me, man? We need that STEM, man. Once again, man, shout out to Dr. Oyama, man. Yo, she building that program in Baltimore, Maryland, man. She's definitely building a strong program, man. She gonna have 2 STEM summer camps, man. We trying to figure out what Cube doing. I know he's supposed to be doing a science fair. We want to figure out exactly what he's doing so we can see how we can help out in that measure. All right, making sure we always messing with the standard. That's what it is, man. Appreciating all the support, man. Everybody coming through, man. Got one of my favorites right here. Intellectual himself, pseudo killer official, Serious B.
I see you got him directly in the pressure cooker tonight, brother. Mm-hmm. Keep him right there. Mm-hmm. Keep him. Don't run. You get on the shows. You talk about smoke and all of this, but now you got the smoke. Mm-hmm. Don't throw your gun. Stay right where you at. Mm-hmm. Right. And by the way, I'm sitting on the deck of the Black Swan right now. I'm taking that away from them.
I'm taking it away from them.
They said the Black Swan one too many times. On the next show, we gonna go through that Black Swan.
Let's get them.
Right.
Let's get them.
But let me add just a bit about this pseudo guy that just talked about the magnet and the magnetism. Right. Mm-hmm. So he's describing human bodies as having a significant electromagnetic field. Right? Have you ever done this experiment? This is back probably before middle school. This is in elementary school. Have you ever put a bar magnet next to a compass?
Yes.
What happens? What happens when you put a bar? It messes up the directionality of the compass. Mm-hmm. If human bodies had a significant magnetic field, nobody on the planet would be able to use a compass.
That fast is over with. One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill.
Put your finger next to a compass and see if it moves.
It's not.
Put a bar magnet next to a compass. We don't have magnetic fields of any magnitude that makes a difference at our scale, right? Because we know why. Because the electromagnetic forces cancel out each other. You've got positive and negative forces, right?
Facts.
Of course. There is electromagnetism that affects all objects, but at the largest scales, it cancels out because you have the positive and negative charges. So I like where you at right now. I keep him right here, brother. Keep him right here.
Yeah, I ain't moving him. We right here. We got him. We got that file open up on him. We back to back, like you say. We pseudo killers back to back.
Well, I tell you, it might take a while. Mm-hmm. Hey, but that filing cabinet is undefeated. Eventually, that file is gonna come across the desk. All pseudos, right? That file is gonna come across that desk eventually. It you just wait long enough. So none of them are safe. None of them are safe.
No, ain't safe. Don't stick your head up, boy. Don't have no nice following. We gonna see. Somebody gonna change sides. Trust me. You know what I mean? You gonna keep the majority of them, but somebody gonna leave. They gonna be like, oh, man, that's okay. It's about education. Serious B. You know it is. It's about the way we put our thing out there, man. We about education over here, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers channel, man. Look, Mars, make sure y'all put that in there, man. Subscribe over there, man. We doing it, man.
Right. We're gonna have some more powerful front of the class conversations as well. Right. You know, we have a community, like sort of like, you know, there's concentric circles inside of some of these communities, right? You have the really people close to these conversations and the arguments, right? I want to do a lot more conversations for people at the front of the class that are really, really interested in these topics as well, right? No distractions. Don't pay attention to the people at the back throwing spitballs. No, some of these conversations are going to be front of the class conversations. I'm not dumbing down any of it, right? I don't want to neglect the front of the class, right, to accommodate the back of the class. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So there's got to be a healthy balance of all of that, because we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward as a community.
Absolutely. And we figured out a real healthy way to do that. What we have, right?
Right.
Give out the information. Right, then we can take bits and pieces of it, do shows. There's so much information, we can break it down. So if you didn't get that, you know, that like that show we did the other day, that's a lot to that show. And we'll just take one piece and have conversations around that. Right. We're gonna make sure people, it's important. Right, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. And it's so important because once you get it, you get it. Once you get it, you get it. They can't trick you once you get it. Man, make sure y'all like up the video too, man. All right.
Like the video. Thumb up the video.
I'm really interested in entertaining a formal debate. So this is somewhat news to me. So what are some of your thoughts? I guess you sort of just announced it tonight. So,
yeah,
you're kicking around. You're actually really kicking around with the idea of getting back in the ring, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in the ring. Get paid for this one to beat them down. Go back and chill.
Okay, all right. You know, well, you know, you got the PKs behind you in full support.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's real. Absolutely, man. We're gonna make sure that the slides is super clear and simple.
Right. Now that we got Patriot missiles in the air.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, already left, didn't he?
Yeah, they already out the silos. Too late.
Too late. They out the silos. Got those high altitude bombers. The tank division has already surrounded the area. Yeah. It's a problem, man. How they say it, man. It's a problem. Mm-hmm. It's really a problem. What we talking about this Sunday over there at the Pseudo Killers, Mr. Brendan?
Well, yeah, you know, so we're gonna readdress some of the conversation we had about the Big Bang, right? So in terms of going through the evolution, we talked about the 8 evolutionary epochs. What we're gonna do, right? We're gonna take a step back and zoom out a bit, right? And we're gonna break the conversation up maybe into 3 subsequent phases, right? To really maybe sort of obfuscate some of the complexities away from it, right? And bring people closer to the conversation in a way that's maybe a little easier to digest, right? So what we're thinking about doing is breaking it up in 3 phases, maybe like an early universe, right? The middle universe and a late universe.
Okay.
Right. So the first show, the early universe, we'll take a look at some of the phenomena that we see in the early universe. You're talking about things like the expansion, right? We'll talk about, delve into gravity a bit more, right? Because that being one of the earliest forces that froze out, right, after the evolution of the universe through the Big Bang, right? We'll probably talk about, matter and antimatter, right? So those are those really early phenomena at a high level. We'll have those conversations at a high level. The mid-universe, right, a subsequent show, right, we'll get into some of the standard model of particle physics. That's when you're talking about the atoms, the molecules. You're talking about how electromagnetism falls into play there, right? And then in the late universe, we're talking about the galaxies and the solar system. And we'll probably dip our toe into dark matter and dark energy in the late universe as well, because of course that being one of the biggest mysteries, or one of the longest standing mysteries in modern physics, right? Trying to understand what is the nature of dark matter.
Is dark matter just gravity? Got a good article on that.
Hey, bring it. Hey, these are fascinating topics to me. So I think hopefully we can make it interesting for the community as well.
Right. And I say Lamont Brown, was Islam the hidden force behind? No, man. There's two different time dates. No. Islam is what? Nope. Christianity 2,000 years ago. Islam 1,500. Nope. Two different situations right there. Nope. 640, 670. Right? Nah, that's Egypt. Man, shoot. Nope. Nah. Nice question.
And plus we gotta do our short expose on the Black Swan. We gotta take that gun away from him. You gotta take that Black Swan gun away.
Man, that Black Swan. They Black Swans together. JK, what was it? JP was the Black Swan, boy.
It floats around in the flat Earth conversation. Sanchez uses the Black Swan. JP uses the Black Swan. That's like, okay, I've seen the Black Swan one too many times, right? You know what I'm saying? You do it one too many times, it's gonna come across that desk. Now I gotta look at it.
Yeah, now we gotta look at it. We was trying to give you a break with it. It was sounding slick. Then you overused it. That's way. Yeah, I know.
I just wanted to jump on just a little bit and
yeah, I'm glad you came through. You playing some music? What you doing? Playing some music in Discourse? What you doing?
Maybe tonight. It is Friday night, so it's the juke joint night at the Discord. So we might play some music. I'm just enjoying some green tea with some ginger right now. So I'll probably jump on and play some music later on.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you sliding through, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Keep their feet in the fire, man. Man, throw their whole ass in the fire, brother. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, you know what it is. That's easy. All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Pseudo Killer Official, man. Serious B. That's the best name ever, yo. Serious B. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So, yeah, man, we having fun, man. Hit that link, man, if y'all want to come through, man. Taking all the questions, man. Having fun, man. Enjoying it, man. It's a Friday night, man. Where the daggone thing so I can see how long we been on here? We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to overdo it, man. Nope. We definitely don't want to overdo it, man. We want to have, we have good shows, have fun, man. And, don't nobody take it personal, man. We enjoying ourselves over here, man. All right? Definitely is, man. I'm going to give y'all 2 more minutes. Let me see. Think we've been on. Let's see how long we've been on. We've been on for about an hour and something. We get this next call on here. Real bad guy Q. What's up?
What's good? What's going on, man?
What's up with you, man?
Hey, listen, I want to say this to you, bro. And you got to mute out of your joint, man, because I hear myself in the background.
Oh, did you? Why is that? All right, that must be you.
Nah, no, that's you.
I'm muted. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, you got to mute out your YouTube, bro. Mute your YouTube, bro. Yeah, so let me say this, man. Like, I still hear myself again.
Yeah, that must be you. I don't got my YouTube on.
No, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Look, I don't know what you're saying. Look, I'm all in the settings. Let me see. First time I go to audio. Everything should be good.
Okay. Hello.
I can hear you. It don't sound like you're doing it.
Hold on, watch this. Don't say nothing. Hello. Don't you hear that?
Nope, you good.
Well, okay. Well, I hear it, but it's okay.
All right.
But let me say this, man. Like, we squabble, we go back and forth, man. But you said something to me, like like a year and a half ago or so, like going on 2 years ago. You said, "Damn, Q, like, bro, we on the same side," and like I agree with that, bro. Like, I really do agree with that, and you're 100% right. But I'm gonna tell you, like, you can look at me as an agitator and things of that nature, and I'm cool with you saying that. Damn, I hear myself in the background.
Nah,
But
don't nobody hear it but you. The audience don't hear
well,
it. Yeah, the audience don't hear it.
well, if you got on headphones, you're gonna hear it because I hear it. But it's cool though. But
Mm.
see, my thing is though, bro, with you, like, I got so much respect for you. Like, I didn't come into atheism because of you, but like you was already a staple in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I appreciate that, bro. Like I know sometimes it doesn't come off like that, but I appreciate the groundwork because you made it so much easier for me to come in here and just,
Act
no
up.
disrespect. No, no, I wouldn't go say that, but I'm gonna say like let my joint hang. You know what I'm saying? And like for real, bro. You did all of the legwork already. Like you went through all of the hate. You fought all of the battles that like I would have had to fight, but you done them already. So now I can just do the cleanup work. So I appreciate all of that because when you say, man, we on the same side, I get that. But I'm
Oh
gonna tell
yeah.
you, bro.
Uh-huh.
What I try to do, and like there's a lot of atheist channels and stuff that you don't know about. But like, well, I ain't gonna say you don't know about it. You may not know about because I don't see you want them. So I'm not gonna say you don't know about them. You could be
Right.
in the clouds checking them out. But I'll say this though, like what I like to do is I like to challenge atheists, man, because what I've seen in the atheist community, especially when you're talking about theists, man, I've seen atheists get, I don't want to curse, but just get worked out, like get totally worked out. So a lot of times when I come up and I'm challenging stuff, it's not because I got a problem with you or a problem with any of my atheist brothers. It's just that I don't want to see y'all get worked out like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I know y'all look at it like, oh, he go Cube, he hating this, and he's asking these questions, and he's asking those questions. Bro, I'm asking a lot of these questions because a lot of these questions are questions that theists have asked that other atheists couldn't answer.
Like
Like
what?
I know,
Like what?
okay, okay, perfect. So we when we talk like the question that I asked Shaka last night, I asked Shaka, I was like, yo, can you disprove God? And then he was like, no, well, you can't really disprove God because of this and this and this and that. And I was like, okay, can you disprove the God of the Bible? Well, no, da 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 da. Like you coming from some philosophical point of view, and I'm like, yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Because from the philosophical point of view, like as atheists, we have to shore ourselves up on the philosophical point of view. Because if you notice something, watch this. You're gonna agree with this when you look at theists,
Mm-hmm.
they used to run to excuse me, they used to run to evolution. Now evolution is so much of a fact that they really don't even deal with it anymore. So they can't do that anymore. Now when we talk about scripture, and then when they attempt to transpose their scripture onto ancient history, they can't do that anymore because we've killed that. We've showed Australopithecus afarensis, so forth and so on. We see these things. There's no way to get around that. But now the last battleground, to me, from what I've seen, the last battleground is actually philosophy. So I try to push these things forward and ask these questions, and I just get chumped off like, oh nah, this nigga's asking crazy questions. So my question to Shaka was last night was like, bruh, like why are you going back and forth scripture battling a nigga when you can just summarily dismiss his whole effing God if you just use philosophy? He won't have a leg, he won't have a leg to even stand on, because we understand, philosophically speaking, that when you talk about the God of the Bible and his ontology, because I asked him, I was like, do you understand the difference between ontology? Like he was like, yeah. And he broke it down perfectly. I'm like, okay, great. So if you understand that the God of the Bible has ontological properties, why can't you understand that these ontological properties actually conflict, and they cannot coexist? You cannot be all knowing and at the same time all powerful. You can't be these two things. These are logical inconsistencies.
Mm-hmm.
So when I asked him that, he kicked me off the panel. He kicked me off the show, and I'm like, damn, like, why niggas is doing this? Like we're wasting our time trying to say, well, Job 7 said this, Job 5 or Mark 5. Like, I don't. And let me say this last thing, and I'm gonna pass it because I want you to respond. I do not engage in scripture battles because I don't give a damn what your scripture says. Because the only thing that I need is the ontological properties that you claim that your God possesses, and we can just say, hey, are these things contrary to themselves? And if they are contrary, then what else are we talking about? And this is why I said that he's going to lose this debate, is because instead of using logic, what he wants to do is he wants to play the history game. He wants to play he wants to play the scripture game. They can twist the scripture to mean anything that they want it to mean. But my whole thing is this, and it's my last point. If I can prove that your God doesn't exist, then if I can prove that your God doesn't exist, then what that means summarily is that your religion is BS. Go ahead.
All right. So this guy say, bring me up for real. Y'all some goofies. Ket Haru. Y'all got some bats flying around. Come on, man. Hit that link, man. You feel lucky, man. I make you famous, man. Hit the link. It's right here. Don't be chatty patty now. You got all the vampires and the bats flying around your head and the light shining. Yo, you there. And hit that link, man. We hit us a philosophy cube. Yeah, I kind of heard y'all conversation. I didn't know why they put you off the panel. I thought Shaka went off into a belief system, yo. He dove in. You expose him for being a believer, yo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They talk that talk at the end of the day. You got him because you didn't do nothing to get put off. Like, damn, you ain't do nothing to get put off. I didn't understand
I was just asking questions and like I even told him I was like. Yeah, I was like, bro, like I disagree with your presentation. I said I disagree with some of the things that you said in your presentation, but overall, I think you did a good job. But like, I think a lot of times the id comes into place like so much to where like we look at our ego and we say, damn, this person disagreed with one thing that we said, so I'm just gonna put them off. And like I think that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We gotta find a way to coexist with each other, man. But you know, Shaka a little different there, yo. He a little bit special. Yeah,
but
you ain't even get him.
No, I actually did on my channel. I got him last night.
I know how that go. You get the argument, you going live.
I got him last night, bro. I did.
Yeah,
I got
you
him.
going live. I already know how that go, yo. I'm already. I see the Batman dude ran. Ket Haru, where you at? I'm ready to debate. Let me know right now. Off the top of the head, you ain't gonna make it off the panel. I promise you. Where you at? Yeah, see, talk the talk. They always do that, man. Wow. It's crazy, man. Hold up. Here's with the whole. Here you go. Look, I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't debate. Let me know when y'all ready to go back to school again. Then he hit us with the hold up.
I'm ready right now. Let's get right to it.
What's the hold up? Let's get to it. No cussing for the conversation. No cutting each other off and no going super long. Yo, we're gonna have that conversation. Yo, I want people to feel comfortable with getting beat up.
Bobby Banger, first I want to shout you out for your great show on Dr. Maya earlier today. I appreciate it. Representing, dropping that knowledge on the youngsters and bigging them up, and I respect that. Big respect. Q, you just dropped some knowledge on these fools, and I seen you last night, and you had Shaka
shook
in a box, bruh.
And shook. Seen it. Yeah, that documentary show was good though, yo, cause I actually, a couple of those students were asking my lecture, yo. So I appreciate that right there.
Yeah. Hey, but if I can say this real quick to save you, what I'm saying, I appreciate that, what I'm saying, number one, because me and you've been going back and forth for like damn near going 2 years, man. And for you to say that's telling me that you're taking like the emotion and the bias out of it. You just kind of looking at what I said. And you as an atheist, that should be our jump off point. Like we can battle later, but if you see another atheist brother like I see Unc going in and doing what he's doing, I'm always gonna give him respect. So I do appreciate that, brother. But if we want to battle, we can do that at a later time. But I can appreciate what you just said, bro, and that's dope as hell to me. Thanks, bro.
Oh no, I think we just battle because of egos. We let our egos get in the way.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with having a little ego. Champions supposed to have a little ego, bro. You just gotta keep it under control.
Right, and that was one of the big things that I said when I came in the community. We got to keep our communities under our egos under control, and sometimes we don't want our egos to be bruised and things like that, and so we become defensive.
The only thing I disagree with is like my ego being bruised, because like I have an ego, yes, but I don't mind my ego being bruised because I'm a sponge for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It was probably something a little bit different than that, but let me just say this here right now, bro. If you want to just kill it and we ain't even got to go back and forth with each other, we could actually work together and build together. I'm totally cool with that, bro. If you down with that.
Oh man, I'm always for killing the culture vultures and the Bible thumpers.
Let's see what Chad say. Chad say, we live on a spinning irregular ellipsoid, orbiting a star at a perfect distance to sustain life. And y'all don't believe in a higher power. God doesn't exist always means God of the Abraham faith. God doesn't exist always mean God of the Abraham faith. What? Yeah,
you meant to say God. God doesn't exist doesn't always mean God of the Abrahamic faith. That's what he was trying to say.
Period. We just saying God period, no matter what you call it.
Right, no matter what you call it, you can call it energy. Energy is the ability to do work.
Like basically what he's saying is also like in the first portion of his statement when he says like we live on a spinning irregular ellipsoid orbiting star. Like that is true, but see what he has to understand is this is due to randomness. So but what we also do not see, because once we start to look at the law of probability and we see that it's happened to us, we just happen to be in one of these so-called Goldilocks zones. So we have, and on top of that, we haven't even evaluated enough planets, if you will, that has even existed in these Goldilocks zones to even see. Now we can see some of these things, but we can't even travel there. So yes, brother, we do live on a spinning irregular ellipsoid orbiting a star. But the difference is we aren't even able to even know if there's life, maybe even 10 light years away, for the simple fact that we can't necessarily investigate it ourselves. So yeah, you're right. But when your last point, when you said God doesn't always mean God of Abrahamic faith, you're wrong about that, because there is no God.
Somebody, man, hit that link right there. Stop it. Stop playing, man. I see no way to get on. Stop it. Hit the link, man. Haru Keck.
Man, these dad steps
God
they
of
be
the
making
night,
getting extravagant.
Keck Haru. Here you go. I see nowhere to come on the panel. Lies. It's right here. Hit the link. Miss Lamb, peace. Peace. Man, hit the link, man. Stop playing, man. Come on. I see nowhere to get on the panel. Come on, man. You can put on your war paint. Come on, man. Hit that. Stop playing. You know how I go around here. If you talk that much trash in the chat, you got to hit the link. Don't be chatty patty in the chat. There you go.
Man, hey, listen, you got 3 atheists up here. You could debunk all of us right now with your supreme knowledge.
Man, you got an anti-theist. I'm an anti-theist. Ain't no gods. I deny all gods. All of them.
We gonna have to have a conversation about this anti-theism stuff. We gonna have to have a conversation. But that's later. That's later. We gonna have to talk about
anti-theism.
We gonna have to talk
believe in
about
aliens. No, I don't believe in aliens.
Q butter.
No, I do believe in aliens, because if we're talking about aliens are just species that we don't know about, that we can't necessarily understand or put them in a classification, yeah, I do think that they exist.
Well, it's depending on what they're talking about. You get my point. You talking about like a
No,
being
not yeah, not
described
no
as
green man.
right,
Yeah, not no
right.
green man. No. We're not talking about that. That's foolishness.
Henry
But if we're
Mars.
talking if we're talking about like species that may live, 5 to 6 light years away that we can never even analyze or ever even see. We don't even know if they exist, but we know that we exist because we live in a so-called Goldilocks zone. So it'd be crazy to say that life can't exist anywhere else. That'd be crazy to say.
Oh yeah. You pseudo to say that, ain't you? Yeah, you be real pseudo. I got a good book for that too, and I see we got another caller about ready to join the panel. Where's the good book? Hold on, let me show y'all a good book. Y'all can get on that. Talk about that very thing, the Goldilocks zones and the plan. Man, where'd I put that at? God damn it. Dun it. Oh man. Where'd I had it at, man? I got books.
See, this the unk I like, man. When unk ain't hating on a nigga and he agrees with my monkey doctrine. This the unk I like, man.
Oh boy.
The unk that ain't hating on the.
See, you just gotta do it. You can't help it. You inch a little bit closer.
So hold on. So okay. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I ain't gonna argue
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Get him. Here you go. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? What's on your mind, man? Welcome to the Bobby Banger Show, man, on Sarnetta University, man. What's good? Talk to me, Chad. What it do?
Peace. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
What up?
Man?
I'm doing straight, man. I was just Q kind of got into it, and I kind of like what he was saying, but that's what I was asking. Like, if we live in this perfect look zone, right? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, like I'm a fan of yours, but this is the only thing I don't agree with.
Okay.
So you telling me, out of the billions of stars out there, all the different solar systems, all the different stars, they got little rocks floating around in their orbit. We the only ones that's in this perfect distance away from the sun to sustain life. We the only ones out of billions. You think that's just random chaos?
No, nobody actually says
it
that.
is.
Hold on, Q. But
Yes,
nobody actually says. Hold on, Q. Nobody actually says what you just said, though. Yeah, you get it. Like based off of what you just said, there's more than likely life in other places, but the distance, we can't close the distance, right? That's the problem. Being able to travel that distance, we can't travel the speed of light. So by the time you get there, the civilization would have been came and fell. Think about that for a minute. Might be at two different intelligence levels. It's just not. Yeah, that's the issue. Is the sheer distance, not the fact whether suns produce environments that are conducive for life. We know water is all over the cosmos. Matter of fact, that's how you can tell a black hole is that water around it. So water is everywhere. Water is even on the sun. So water is everywhere. You know, where there's water, the possibilities of life is always there. And these habitable zones, the Goldilocks zones. I got a book around here somewhere that talks about that. So it's an excellent study. So yeah, you pseudo if you saying the possibility of it being life somewhere is not possible. No one says that, brother. So I get your point. That we're not saying that. What we're saying is that, man, we can't even get to Mars. We sent the probe to Mars. Look how long it took to get there. We just went interstellar. You feel me? So
yeah. I feel you.
Slow down.
I'm against the pseudos, man. It's just, I think sometimes, and I can't consider myself an atheist, so I don't speak for atheists.
Scared
but
of that word. What you consider yourself though?
I mean, I feel like I do what my people do. You feel me? Like I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm an African American. I do what my ancestors did. But you know what I'm saying? I also know it ain't a nigga in the sky. You feel me? Like obviously.
So let me ask this question. Let me ask this question.
Go ahead,
Q. Because I think what you're attempting to look at is abiogenesis when you're asking these questions. So do you understand?
Hold on, Cube. I got it. Here you go. I want y'all to get this book. It's called Light of the Stars, Alien Worlds, and the Fate of Earth. Adam Frank. Here you go. Yeah, type his name in. with, you can get a good interview. Type his name in with Lawrence Krauss. They did an excellent interview on this very subject right here. Lawrence Krauss and Adam Frank. But this book right here actually talks about that. Yep. Alien Worlds. Absolutely, man. Good book. Yep. Well written. Go ahead, ask that question. Then we want to get. I see No Saint on here, man. Pseudo Killer, how you doing, No Saint?
Hey, good.
Couple people
Good
popped
evening.
up, man. Good to see
Yeah,
you, bro.
yeah. The conversation.
What up, No Saint?
Good evening. How you doing?
Good to see
Chilling,
you on
chilling.
here. And then we got Kek Haru. So ask that question, then we're gonna get our featured guest. What's up? Our featured guest, Kek Haru. Boy, I'm telling you. Go ahead, Q.
Right. Hold on. So look, yeah, peace to you, bro. I just want to delve into what the brother was. It sounded like what he was attempting to talk about. So it sounded like he was talking about abiogenesis. Now, do you understand the difference between abiogenesis and evolution?
Nah, rock out.
All right, so the difference between abiogenesis and evolution is this. So evolution is mainly dealing with once life is already here. And abiogenesis is talking about the formation or the precipice of how life starts. So what we see is when we go back to the 70s, we see the Miller-Urey experiment. So what they did was they took basic molecules and put these things together to where they actually simulated life. Like we know that DNA comes from what? RNA. Like we know this, we know this to happen, and this is what the Miller-Urey experiment did. We saw this happen over a portion of about 40 to 60 days. We saw these things happen. So when you ask like, oh, are we just in this perfect little spot and it's spinning? Like, yes, that's what really happened. So basically in the Miller-Urey experiment, what they did was they attempted to simulate early Earth conditions. Now, people like to say this crazy stuff. They like to say, well, we're dirt. No, we are not dirt. What we are is a bunch of molecules. Like, because truthfully, we really don't come from dirt. We actually come from water and the molecules therein. So, yes, we once you extract the water from us, yeah, we do turn to dirt. We understand that. But in actuality, where we come from, it's not dirt. How we were formed, it's not dirt, bruh. It's actually a bunch of different molecules interacting with each other, thusly allowing us thusly allowing smaller species to actually be enacted. And then once you begin to look at phylogenetics, how things change, and then once you say, okay, damn, 3 billion years have passed, this is how we came to be. So no, brother. But I want to say this before I let go. It is random. It is random. It is 100% random. But when you say random, it's totally different than what I believe when I say random. You look at it. Well, I'm gonna let it go on that. Go ahead.
You mean to tell me we didn't
Hold
come
on,
from
man.
a tangerine?
No, we not. Yeah, we came from Tangerine. Kek Haru, you was in that chat. You was talking that level conversation. What's going on, brother? What's up? What you got on your head, man? What's up?
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Hey,
how you doing, man? What you disagree with?
Bro. I just had to F with you, bro. Hey, but look,
What's up?
how do I first before I start saying anything? How do I get on a debate with anybody? How do I get in the ring? Like, if I want to do like a debate,
hold on. You're not qualified. You're not qualified.
Come on, kid. Let the man speak. I'm trying to hear, man. Shoot. Go ahead, brother.
I'm
Go ahead,
not qualified. What do you mean by that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm qualified. No, I didn't say that. That's Cube having fun
with you, bro. He did.
He messing with you, playing with you. just finish your point. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I know. Okay. Nah. Well, what I'm saying is, I was just trying to figure out how I can get in the ring, because what I can prove
What?
that some of the beings that's in the Bible is real.
Okay.
By proving some of their descendants that exist today that most people don't know about. And am I a Bible believer and all that? Nah, I not rock with mostly Kemet. But I do understand a lot of information that's more like elite type level, where I can break it down. But I can say, like, one thing I can tell you, Hebrew Israelites, even if you try to say you're not Egyptian, you is, because Queen Sheba and King Solomon mixed bloods, and those royal families today. So
I'm gonna let Cube handle that.
Cube, United Nations and all of that. But the language is different though. That's what I'm saying. The language. So we speaking it from an English.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ask your question one more time.
Queen Sheba. You know, we know that.
Okay. See, this is the pseudo stuff that what's her name brought last night. Ask your question one more time, because it sounds like the pseudo stuff. That
No, I'm not.
No. Go ahead. Just ask it again. Just ask it again so I can just answer it.
No, I'm not. I'm talking some actually. What I'm saying to you is that, like, the Hebrews, right? They say that they not Kemet, right? But they're not Kemet. We know all the Hebrew bloodlines go back to King Solomon in the Bible. It go back to his bloodline. Even the king day, which is because Haile Selassie is a descendant of King Solomon. Every Haile Selassie bloodline, the King Solomon lines, they all share the same lines. I'm talking monarch. I'm talking about the monarchs. Because monarchs today. And what's gonna blow y'all mind is when y'all find out that Egypt ain't really ancient. Because the Egyptians.
All right, so let me just offer.
You gotta let him finish his point, though. We're gonna let each other finish our point. He was saying that Egypt ain't ancient. Go ahead, finish your point, bro.
The point I'm making is that when we say ancient Egypt, now that we internet, so much information on the internet, just don't realize that it's there. So ancient Egypt is still here. That's right now. On the
Where is it at?
It be at the United Nations with the Ankh and the real gold. He's a descendant of the Sheba bloodlines, Nubians. And these beings sit together at the UN, something called the African Kingdoms Federation, which we know they're already using like technology and science to do the whole global reset. So I could prove through just all those bloodlines that those beings exist. Now, to say that who the walking God and all that they was talking to in the Bible and all that, I ain't here to say that the God is that. But I do know that those bloodlines coming from Solomon, that's why in the Masonic Lodge, the throne of Solomon was so important. Now, Queen Sheba, dad name was King David. Now, I'm talking about modern day time information right now. But their bloodlines go back to then. So, being that she sits so we already know at the top of the pyramid is the crowns that rule the world, right? And the prince of Haile Selassie's grandson, the prince, I mean, he lives in the United States today, and he's a prince. He married a black female in America. So you Hebrews cannot say you're not Kemet because Queen Sheba and share bloodlines. As a matter of fact, all the bloodlines.
All right, check it.
Asia, Arabic, it don't matter.
All right, hold on for a minute.
All right, check
Why
it.
you do that?
Hold on for a minute, Cube. Hold on for a minute, brother. Do you have a source to back any of that up?
You just got to do some research.
No, do you have one source? I let you talk longer than I normally let people talk without a source. I know you want to try your hand at high-level pseudoisms. I heard it.
I got a source. I gave you a source.
The Bible. Well, you funny guy. Go ahead, Cube. I'm gonna sit back because I'll mess up the show. Go ahead, Cube. Don't mess the show up, Cube.
Nah. So let me just get right to it, man. All right. So this is one of the multiplicity. Hey, brother, can you hear me? Okay.
He got the deep understanding of the Bible, but don't got deep understanding of internet systems.
Right. So brother, can you hear me? Okay. Just give me a yes or a no or throw a paw up. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes or no?
Bro, using a Game Boy for a phone.
God damn, that nigga said a Game Boy. Damn, you just won the internet for the day.
Not a Game Boy. Yo said, hey, Cat Haru, he said you got a Game Boy, yo.
Hey, bruh.
Damn.
See, this is how I'm gonna tell you, man. When I went to Baltimore City, one time, and these niggas had the same fucking internet. Hey, listen, bruh, can you hear me for 1 second? Can you hear me?
Cut your camera off.
Hey, yo, turn your camera off. Turn your camera off.
Yeah,
That's gonna give it a little more juice. Oh, you can hear us. We can barely hear you. You're one of them beings from the Bible that came and got you. Okay,
he
good.
heard that.
All right, go ahead. One of them beings.
So, yeah, okay, so, hey, Cat Haru, can you hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, no, we can't hear you. But see, this is
you getting it later.
Yeah. You late. Yeah, you late. We understand. This is normal. This is normal. It's not abnormal. But understand this, bro. So what you're going to need, like, let me try to give you the goddamn toolkit. This is the toolkit that you're gonna need before you face a nigga like me or anybody else on this panel. So let me ask you this one question. Just one question. Do you have a protracted record of a person by the name of King David? Yes or no? I understand he's behind, so we're gonna give him a second. I understand he's behind.
Do I have a record? Yeah, I got record. Everything you need. I can.
No. That's not what I said. But I said, do you have a protracted record? That's what I said. Do you have a protracted record of this person by the name of King David? I said protracted. Brother, no. The time for listening is over. Now is the time for asking. The listening time is over. We've heard it and we're not impressed. It's the asking time now. So in the asking time, bro, stop. Bro, listen, bro. I'm really about to get ignorant and like real quick.
Not that quick. No.
Right,
okay,
Q. Keep it calm. I'm over here laughing.
Okay, I'm gonna chill. I'm not on my.
Hold on, mute out, Q.
Let me get him, Q. Let me get him, Q.
I'm not on my own channel. I'm not on my own channel,
right?
Boy. You better be glad. You better be glad.
Everybody relax. Hey, Cat Haru.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, yo. It is, man.
Yeah, the experience is fun, yo. We cannot hear you, yo. Mixed in with the googly gosh, yo. You got the messed up internet,
y'all
bro.
don't even realize what I'm trying to. You don't even realize.
I do. Yo, hey, Cat Haru. I was in the cult for 5 years, yo. I realized when you was in the chat talking where you was at.
Your science and all the supreme mathematics and all of that. I ain't going against that.
I'm
talking about something.
I don't teach supreme mathematics. Yeah, what I'm saying is, listen.
Talking for over 5, 6, 7 something years, bro. Y'all just now paying attention. Bro, I've been in this. I've been in all the look. Listen, I've been in these chats over how long he ever been on you.
Okay, so ain't you glad I brought you up to the big leagues?
Brother, like, but you just how big y'all play?
Man, your phone.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to pay attention. Now you know.
Hey, look, man.
No. I'm the
All
new
right,
goat
man.
out
Now
here,
we
bro.
know.
You should have never bought me up here. It's over with. It's over with, bro. Ain't no look,
Yo,
man,
can I get him?
No, don't get him yet. I'm trying to have a coherent conversation with him. Hey, cat. Night. And then cat mean night. Are you serious? You think you rocking?
y'all eat nowhere.
You rocking? If you think you rocking, yo, imagine being in the world where you think you rocking. You think you actually rocking? I got him, yo.
You gotta get me. You gotta get me on.
But get you. You can't get past the interview. This the interview. I just want to see what type of pseudo you is. So you're a biblical pseudo. I see it. You Bible to death. You Bible centric, bro. I don't believe in the Bible, but you're using the Bible. Figured out that part of your game. And you spooky. You believe in beings and all that, but your foundation is the biblical text. I see that. So you already lost. Yeah, you already lost with that. Yeah, you kind of lost with that, bro. Trust me. You keep working though. Get your first thing is get your internet right, yo. Get a cord. You sound crazy. You said Solomon, all that's made up. That ain't even
The bloodline of King Solomon and Queen Sheba is here.
Yeah, but we predate the Bible. Our ancestors predate the biblical text, yo. So you wilding. You having too much fun. You giving too much credence to that.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, you're giving credence to something that we all predate, yo.
Get on a live platform, bro.
Did you hear what I just said? Hey,
bro.
No Saint. What's up, No Saint?
Hey, I'm trying to.
You breaking up. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm trying to grasp what some of these guys are talking about. I heard Chad say something, so I'm trying to figure out where he's at when he was talking about the planet. Do we think that the planet is just in the right place without a higher power? And I didn't get to hear his explanation on what he believes. And then I thought I heard him say he doesn't believe in that. So I'm kind of interested in what he was saying.
Peace, Saint. No, I was just saying, like, you know, like for people that are staunch atheists that don't believe in nothing, kind of like how Cube is and stuff, I was just trying to understand how they perceive our existence. Do they think it's just random chaos? So, you know, that's why I asked, you know, well, do you think life is on other planets? Because there are billions of suns out there in the galaxy. So it's like, if you think we the only ones, then, you know, you must believe in some sort of higher power, because that can't just be random chaos. But, you know, some people believe that. But that's what I was trying to articulate.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a tough question. It depends on what you describe as random chaos, because to me, life on Earth is kind of random chaos. It's not anything that's, if you look at everything is trying to eat everything else. It's not like anything, like it's not really planned out. You know, there have been species before that have been so successful. And when I say species, I mean like there has been like green algae that became so successful that it died out because it produced too much oxygen. You know what I mean? Which is sort of chaotic. So what you're kind of learning now, I mean, the more we know, you're finding out that the probability for planets being near other suns in a habitable zone is pretty likely. Now, does that mean that there's life on those planets? I mean, it takes more than just it takes more than just a few things. But like I like to tell people, like, you take like, you know, let's say 150 dice and roll it, right? Now, what's the chances that all those numbers come up? Not good, but it happened, right? You know what I mean? And I'm sure if you roll it a couple more trillion times, you might come up, or I don't know what the probability is, but that those numbers will come up exactly the same. So that's kind of how I see it. I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine because the universe is so big. But how many planets out there that don't host or aren't in the Goldilocks? So, you know, there's many more that aren't. You know, and what's the chances that they're not? Well, probably a lot more likely. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you consider, I don't know what I consider myself as far as like, I mean, I know I don't believe in a higher power or anything like that. I don't fault anybody that might. I mean, that's their, you know, but for me, it's just hard to from the evidence I see, I don't see it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
You trying to get intelligent design? I hear you.
No, I
King
don't
Sosa.
even believe in intelligent design.
No, not you. I was talking about Chad. Chad, yo, it's got to. I can hear the next one. It's got to be a creator, yo. 99% of all living organisms went extinct. It's been on planet Earth. It ain't that slick. Ain't that perfect. What's going on, King Sosa? What it do, man?
Shit, ain't much. I pull up on Bloodline. I was like, shit, I was gonna go fix me a drink real quick. What it do, man? What y'all got going on here, man?
Oh man, what it do, man? We just here enjoying it, man. Did a little banging there. We cruising there. We at high altitude. We at high altitude floating. You know how we do it.
Yeah. Y'all done left that boy Sanchez to his own devices.
Yeah, I banged him out real quick. He done. Called me a crackhead. You know he finished.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it got there quick. He got mad. He called me ignorant.
Nah.
So I had to go get the definition. You actually are ignorant to the subject of geodyssey and evolution. You actually are that, bro. Funny.
No saying what's good.
How you doing?
Everything
been a while.
Yeah, for sure.
The two missing
What up, Big Sosa?
killers. The two missing pseudo killers. Well, Sosa ain't missing. He just was staying out the way. I know No Saint ain't wanted to get in the way. He too white to get in the way. Yo, he cannot get in the way. They don't let you get in the way on that one, bro. Sosa like, no sir. No Saint like, I ain't gonna be able to, I don't know how to pick. Feel sorry for both of y'all too, boy. Okay.
Why you didn't let me kill old boy, man?
Because his phone wasn't working, man. We can't have people scared to death to jump on every time.
All right.
Karan, what's up?
You're right. I would have worked.
Yeah, I need people on here to get beat up.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, man. What's going on, man? What's on your mind, man? Talk to you, man. Welcome to the Bobby Banger Show. What's good?
Yeah, I'm a long time listener in the chat, man. I also was there with you when you was doing the vaccine debate in New York. So, I was holding you down. I was one of the few people holding you down.
You must have been two. You and Truth Ministries.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy in there. But I have a question.
What's the question?
What happened to that show that was on the House of Consciousness? It's not up there no more. They took it down?
The interview?
Yeah, the interview you did. With, they was talking about the hate. Oh wow,
yeah, it's
that
over.
was a great show.
Yeah, but it's still up on the sister's channel. You know they got the channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go right over there and look at it, man. It was some things.
Because I didn't catch it all.
The Dr. York confusion. I think I saw.
Yeah, that one.
A little piece of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. I wanted to, rewatch it. So that's
you can rewatch it over there on whatchamacallit channel. On what's it called? What's the name of the daggone thing, man? They called the man. Goodness gracious, man. I'll tell you right now. It's called God darn it. In the chat, man, what's the name of the sister show, man? The not listening to people, something. I'm wrong for that one. God, the pseudo 4. No, it ain't called that. Sisterhood pseudo the hard way. No, I'm joking. Okay, Unscrambled Minds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish watching it because Cedric was doing a great job at the end, and then they cut him. He was explaining the vaccine.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
doing a great job.
Yeah. All right, we got them popping up now, so none of us went. Okay, yeah, you can go over there and Unscrambled Minds, man. Pseudo 4 the hard way, yo. They gonna be on that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Chef,
okay.
what's up? All right, bro. All right, come on. Appreciate that support too. In the face of adversity, yo, wasn't no support in there, yo. It was a hostile environment, wasn't it, man? Damn.
Yeah, it sure was.
Hostile environment. Chino's still on it with his dog, man. Chino, stop it. Chef, what's up?
Oh, yo, what's up? My dude clicked off already.
Yeah, his phone was messing up, man. He had the pseudo phone on top of all that, boy.
Damn, man, I agree with him though. I think he got something. I I don't know what it is, yo. But once he said the United Nations and King Solomon blood, I never heard them two get put together like that
Yeah, he
before.
put it
So
together,
yeah,
didn't
I'm
he?
like, yo, got something. Yeah, I mean, get him back on here.
His phone got him off. He couldn't help it. His phone got him. Crazy. Talking crazy. The pseudo phone got him. Couldn't get, he got the sacred wisdom, but ain't got enough sense to get the internet right. Man.
He said the United Nations got King Solomon blood. Man, look.
The esoteric shit, that esoteric shit, y'all.
I think I even heard him say something about the Great Reset, which I knew he was going conspiracy world then.
Yeah, he said that. He
What's up,
dead,
Chef,
boy.
man? No time.
What they gonna do with King Solomon blood though? Like, what's the significance?
Couldn't get there.
They gonna clone somebody
Everybody
with it.
started diving in on him, and he couldn't get it all out, man. We need to hear that, man. Because
he definitely expound
y'all.
on that.
Yeah, that's the next stage, yo. Y'all gotta see this shit coming. You feel me? Y'all gonna have to deal with this one day, so you gotta hear these guys out. You know what I mean? Y'all just be diving in. You feel me? Like, no, let him talk, because you gonna remember, yo, I was on Sinetta University, and I heard, man, look, this guy, his teacher gonna pop out of somewhere, yo. Somebody telling him this shit, man. And in a couple years, y'all gotta get ahead of that shit. I'm telling you.
Man, he ain't got nothing new, man. Trust me. He said the New World Order, you need to go back to school. You can't tell me who control the New World Order right now. Earth's character, population control. I ain't the one. Yeah, you the one with the messed up phone, man. Get an internet, then come back. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to be able to talk, and we can understand you. That's the first thing you got to do. Do that.
And let's talk about the population control. By the end of the century, we're almost at 8 billion, right? By the end of the century, we're going to be like at 6 billion. It's already projected. It's not controlled. That's people are controlling the population. They're having less kids in developed worlds. So, and as far as the New World Order, New World Order, after World War II, there was a New World Order.
After every war, there's a New World Order somewhere.
Right.
They saying New World Order for like 15 years.
That's just one of those.
Yeah, boy, ain't New World Order.
I'm hearing that, man. A long time ago, New World Order.
Hey, Chili, what's up?
What up?
What's good with you? Talk to us. Welcome to the show, Bobby Banger. What's good?
What's good with you, man?
What's on your mind?
Now, my thing was, my whole thing was, you gotta, as long with the flat Earth situation, I'm with you 100%. But I feel like you ain't tackling that enough.
Okay.
I feel like you should though.
Okay.
You got to. It's one of those problems in the Black community where it's so prevalent to a point where niggas really think that the Earth is flat. Like this,
they seriously do.
I haven't really encountered that. I'm gonna be honest.
I have a lot.
I
don't know where y'all live at.
It's just the internet, bro. People don't believe that for real.
I haven't encountered.
Yeah, I think they be playing. I
thought it was
but
like
they'll argue it though.
I thought it was like an internet thing, but
it is.
I did too. It's not. I thought it was an internet thing too, because my niece
let
got
that
a
man
friend
finish.
and he tried
Jesus
to tell.
Christ, Coach Revolta, let the man finish. You dive right behind his sentence. You're an expert. You're an expert at doing that, man. Let that man finish, man. Go ahead, chill.
What I'm telling you is I'm not a scholar, none of that. I love watching y'all talk about scientific shit that is real, that can be proven. So I'm with that, you know. So my thing is, y'all gotta push for this scientific literacy that you push. We gotta push that to the 100%. Because I'm encountering niggas in my life that really think the Earth is flat, bro.
Really, the same people ain't get vaccinated too. They all did it together.
Facts. That's
Work
what it
hand
is.
in hand.
He right though.
We tackling it
mean,
slowly. You gotta go slow because really you need not be in a rabbit hole. There's things that are actually occurring that couldn't even occur without gravity, and they argue against that. And the reality is they don't have a model. There's no flat Earth model. There's no right. But we got models to show that this what would happen if you didn't have gravity. It would be like this, and then some things like they don't even know like what it would be if it wasn't no gravity. So the whole thing is to take away gravity. You can't. Then how in the hell are we going around the sun? Like what is making us go around the sun? Right? Remember they're attracting each other. Right? The earth going around the sun and very slowly because the sun is larger, it's going around the earth. What is that? You know what's a launch? I put it on the screen. I showed the launch with his sister, Carolyn, when she developed, you know what I mean, the launch window. Why? Because they're moving objects. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. So what do we, I'm not running in the rabbit hole.
I agree,
right?
but scientifically illiterate people do not factor in gravity in their everyday life. So it sounds good to say it, like but they don't factor in gravity. They throw something up in the air and it come down. It's magic to them. That's just the way the world. That's just the way the world is. Hey, think about it. When you was running around doing your thing, right? You wasn't factoring in gravity. That wasn't a part of the equation, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Why shit was going up in our everyday life, we don't factor in gravity. You dig what I'm saying? That shit not real to us. Like
but you know
in
one
a conversation like this, it becomes pertinent. But in everyday life, that's not even part of the situation, yo.
But you know one thing I did that taught me about gravity growing up was jumping off of roofs. Jumping off of roofs.
Roof.
That taught me about gravity. Jumping off a roof. No cap.
Well,
yeah.
Listen,
Chef, hit that ground.
Chef, so what they try to say is that there's no gravity and that whatever's heavier than air sinks, or it's a bunch of nonsense. But but I saw that defensive back from the Cowboys on Sonetter's show. I can't remember, and he's a flat earther.
Worse.
And he was, and somebody brought up to him, that's so true. You can do this experiment at home. You can take a rock that's really heavy, and you can take something lighter and drop it, and they hit the ground at the same time.
Yeah, that's the first experiment they taught you, like in grade school.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I agree with Chili, being the white guy on the panel. But like, we got a lot of white people.
You don't say.
We got a lot of white people that believe in this flat earth too, but we have in this country a bigger population. So we can say, well, whatever, those guys are nuts and they're not going to hold anybody back. You have a smaller number of people, and there's a lot of, you see it on Sonetter's show, a lot of people believe, and I don't know how many, I know it's on YouTube, but there's a lot of people that believe a lot of really things that you can disprove or things that were believed. I have no problem with the history of anybody, right? But we have to understand that we live in today, and today we're more advanced in some things. Now, if you tell me that somebody back in Egypt knew how to do something that we no longer use today, then they know, I'm not saying that means they're dumb or we're dumb or whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying? But to sit there and try to go back and say, well, that's the way our ancestors used to do it, we all have ancestors, but you gotta, kind of come out of that. And I don't know. I mean, there's just it's a lot of crazy stuff you hear on there.
Yeah,
and
it is, man.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to be on here to say anything, but you know what I mean. It's like
I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do they explain the eclipse?
Oh man, they had some kind of
the Foucault pendulum experiment. Like, if the world was flat and wasn't spinning, the Foucault pendulum wouldn't work, but it worked every time.
The vortex, the sun is a vortex.
Water.
I mean, a portal.
The water, boy. They say the water.
The
Man, it's
Coriolis
wild.
effect. Pilots, like if you get in a plane and you point it toward where you want to go and just go, you not gonna land there because the Earth's spinning.
Right, you're not gonna land there. No, sir.
Well, and then they try to bring up why does water not stay on a tennis ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour? Like
crazy.
Because a tennis ball is not the size of the earth, as dense as the earth. I mean, it's just so it's ridiculous. But that's all. That's not coming, and that's not coming from. I mean, those theories were all made up by white people.
Right.
Yes. Right.
That's my point. Like, but I thought you was black. Crazy. Oh man. Like that guy showed on the video. I'm gonna save some of him because he's wild. That's his teacher. It's crazy. Serious B, I see you back.
And that's what, and that's what's crazy is they'll sit there. Well, you getting that from the white man's science, but yet all their theories are coming from like these pseudo white people.
Crazy white people. That's the part that get me, bro. I can't get over that.
That's what kills me too.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's the worst.
Brandon.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? What's happening?
It's serious,
on, baby? You back?
Just wanted to jump back in just for a little while. Hang out with the brother Sosa.
Shit, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Serious B. That's a serious name, B.
So the brother Chili asked, I think he asked a good question, or he made a great statement. He said that, well, he thinks that we should take the flat earth argument more direct and head on, right? So in turn, but I'll ask you this question: which one of the claims that you think that we should address? In your mind, something top of mind. There's so many of them, and it depends on which flat earther you're talking to. They all have a different. They have a different.
First of all, how you gonna deal with when you got the moon men, hour? How you gonna deal with that? What source you got for that right there?
Oh man, sorcery sources.
I think
sausages. Sandman, they all go together.
Ridicule is the best weapon against the flat earth, right?
Oh man, right. Yeah, I don't know, Chili, if I want to go too hard. I mean, come on, man. It's so wild.
I think you should take on Sanchez. I feel like he is the head honcho of that community of flat earthers.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm trying. We doing it. Well, he can't get past simple definitions.
Yeah, Valentine's a flat earth. That black dude Curtis, was Curtis called?
Man, I caught him early in the game.
He's a flat earther.
Oh, Clayton Powell.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. Yeah,
Ooh,
the defensive
Powell?
back.
No, he talking about
Curtis.
Curtis called Curtis without a cause. I call him Curtis without a cause. He was the moderator at the debate. How the hell you the moderator? Like they had to fix him.
Yeah, flat earth, anti-vax. Yeah, man.
Selling anti-vax books. Moderating the debate. You do that. The timekeeper was anti-vax. The moderator, him, Curtis without a cause. It was just loaded up against me. I was like, man, y'all wild with that one. So I don't feel no pity when we wild out on somebody, when we outnumber. I don't feel pity because I was in the middle of nothing but white people. The whole crowd was white. The timekeeper was white, anti-vax. Curtis Cars was bananas. He the moderator. How the hell he gonna moderate it? He just won. He was like, dude, what are you saying?
I remember he cut Garfield, and you was doing a PowerPoint, and they cut y'all short, but they had like 1 million anti-vaxxers doing their presentations, and they ain't cut them short.
Right.
Crazy.
I was like, what? I wilded out for a while. I mean, I wilded them out for a while for that one. Yeah, I slow dragged them for that one. I was like, really? That's what we doing? Yeah, they did that. Yeah, I almost went ballistic on them and tore up the whole studio on that one. Should have took out the plug on them. That's what I should have did. Pulled the plug. My fault. Slipped on it. Pulled the plug. But I can't do mine. Can't nobody do that. And then come get the plug. That's what I should have did. Yeah. But everybody spent their money to get in there. So I respect money. Mess up some money.
I have a question for you. Do you have an approach that you will be taking against Sanchez? Because I feel like everything he talks about is pseudo. I mean, there's nothing that he says nothing that he says that's based on facts. So I'm I'm trying to see how you're gonna break through
I'm
all
not
that
trying to
bullshit.
break through to him. I cannot break through to him. It's about breaking through to the people
So the
listening.
people,
And
yeah,
and
okay,
you never acquiesce to a faulty premise, first of all. So I'm not
right.
acquiescing to none of that. So it's a couple things on the table, right? The flat Earth, evolution, just the conversation in general, right? But we already know he does no. He never shows no visual. Well, he tries to play the visual game. That's he all pictures, which is very interesting, right? No method to get into it. So I mean, it's a simple. Yeah, that's easy for me. That's easy work right there. That's not complicated. He says matter of fact, there is no one situation around the flat earth. Like everybody has their own creative thought on what the flat earth is. And that's why we deal with science, because at least you can get everybody, yeah, okay, 12 inches is 12 inches no matter where you go. Right? And with the flat earth, everybody got their own thing on it. So depending on who you're talking to, it's all different. I think the most consistent thing they got is the picture. Right, it's the picture. So yeah, I can't believe people even believe in that, but that's what it is, a belief. It's not what you would call it's not even a sign like they have no model, they have no theory. It's not no flat earth theory, none of that. None of that actually exists. So on that alone, he leaves the conversation. Yeah, you don't have it. So they play this game of picking you apart.
If them folks think pilots be flying from Hawaii to Asia by flying over the North America and Atlantic Ocean, they crazy, bro. The Earth is a circle. They go the other way.
They do it. They talk all that. It's crazy. You can show them a flight pattern, all that. They're not listening. So yeah, they just not listening. They refuse to listen. Can't listen. What you think, Series B?
For me, when I listen to some of the explanations, it's almost like they're explanations of science and the forces at play within the universe. It assumes a certain level of ignorance on the person that's listening to it. Right. Like, give you an example. He said, okay, well, gravity doesn't exist. We're going to replace the effects that we see of gravity. We're going to contribute that to electromagnetism. Right. But that begs a question, right? In terms of the objects that we see in the universe, most of those are electromagnetically neutral overall. So how do you explain that? How do you explain that an object that we know that has an electromagnetic field that's observable, a bar magnet, back to my previous example, falls at the same rate as a piece of rubber, which we know is electromagnetically neutral. It's even so much so that it's an insulator to electricity. How do you explain that? You have to, and nothing moves in this universe without a force, right? So if it's not gravity, and we know it's not electromagnetism, you have to show me the force. So again, I think it's about teaching sound science. Right? That's one of the best ways that you can counteract it. It's the only way that you can. Understanding the science yourself. Because a lot of this stuff is mysterious, so to speak. And when you look at it from a surface level, a lot of us haven't studied a lot of these topics since either high school or college. Right? So if you're not sharp or you're not up on it, right? Of course, some of these things can slip through the cracks. Some of these explanations, okay. That makes a little bit of sense here. And I'm seeing a picture of some electromagnetic waves flurrying around, some picture of a body. Yeah, I can see someone that's not really rooted in the scientific worldview, maybe, leaning towards that. But again, right, you have to be up on it yourself.
Facts. I totally agree with you on that, man. King Sos, I know you pouring your drink. Chilling. Yeah, he pouring his drink, he chilling. He is what he is. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Appreciate everybody stopping through, man. I thought it was a powerful show, man. I hope y'all felt the same way. I think the information is clear. Sanchez, you know what it is. You know where to find me at, man. Waiting for you, bro. Get that together, man. Figure it out. Let's sit down and hash this out. If not, just stay on your head. That's what we do. Yeah, that pressure gonna stay right there, man. Make sure y'all join the Pseudo Killers, man. We're gonna try to go live on the Pseudo Killers at least twice a week, right? We're gonna have some shows that's gonna be dedicated, like Sirius B said, to the real high level, and we won't go over your head. We'll break down those shows, right? We'll take bits and pieces from those shows, and we'll just we'll put pieces to it. Right, and once you learn the piece, you can put those pieces together. So once again, we'll do some shows where, like the show we did the other night. It was Brendan did a great show, brought the high level information, and some of y'all were saying, "Well, one didn't quite get it. That's fine. We'll take one step at a time. Each epoch, right? We'll deal with that. All right, nuclear synthesis, we'll deal with that. Nuclear synthesize, we'll deal with all that. Nuclei synthesis, my fault." So we'll deal with that, right? We'll deal strictly with the element chart. What it mean? How they come by getting the elements. All these little small pieces here. This is education right here, and it's important for us to do this. Scientific literacy is a vaccine, man. It allows you to see who's lying to you and who's not, who's just making money off of you, who's mining you for your time. Okay. And if you don't have scientific literacy, you won't be able to know who's telling you, who's saying what. It's so much on the internet, but it's all the theme, though. The theme is they will never show you a source to back it up. Have no source. And if they do have a source, it's going to be from another pseudo. Crazy thing right there. So we here, man. We're going to keep banging. It's important, man. Like and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers, man. All right. Like and subscribe to the Real Black Atheists on Fire. Right? Or should I say community of skeptics, formerly the Real Black Atheists. All right? Man, like and subscribe. Sarnetta University, House of Consciousness. Let's keep these subscriptions going up. All right? Black News 102. Right? We appreciate Sarnetta, man. This that time to show, man. Yo, make sure to hit that Cash App, man. Go to the Abjeware store. All right? Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate the brothers and sisters, man. We in this together. Appreciate No Saint. Appreciate you, Chad. King Sosa, man. You want to say something, King Sosa?
No, man. Like I said, I pulled up late. Like I ain't fighting that flat Earth fight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm
running
a fight
backwards.
though.
Yeah,
He says running back with 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on like neurobiology right now, neuroanatomy and shit. That's what I've been doing for these past few months.
Okay. So they trying to pull you back. You trying to get out, they keep trying to pull you back. Man. Yeah, that's funny, yo. Yeah, man, with that, man, we yo said, man, they trying to, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We about to smash up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody in the building, man. Hit that Cash App, man. Do all that. Do what we do. Yeah, man, it's that time, man. Y'all know what it is.
Yo, what part of Georgia you at?
None of your business.
You close to the A?
I'm in Georgia. The A. Wow, where you at?
I'm in Birmingham, but I'm from South Georgia.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm in North, yo. Yeah, I'm in the North of Georgia, bro. I ain't too far. Holla at me, man. Birmingham.
Yeah, when the next show? When you going live again?
Going live tomorrow, man. Make sure you be around. Yo, we definitely going live on Sunday, man. We're going to have some fun, man.
I'm about to hit your Cash App, huh?
Oh, yeah, hit that Cash App. Appreciate that, Chad. Appreciate that, man. Good looking.
No problem, man. Y'all have a good night.
I pick up on that late night swing, so shit. I catch it late, you know what I mean?
All right, you're going to have to hold that late night swing down. Well, I need you. You need to start doing the late night swing, yo. Call it the late night swing, yo.
For sure. That's how we used to do it.
The faculty of the mind.
Yeah, but shit, for nice being with y'all brothers, man. Shit, peace, bro.
All right, peace, Sosa. And Chino, you keep asking about Dog Matter. We got you, bro. We got you.
You ain't going to get dog matted up.
Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. rather polite to say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary. Picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible gains. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish, a manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out.
God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer.
That's who it is.
The God killer.